Guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Din and I'm going to show you how to prepare your ingredients, mix the spices and then cook the dish. Very simple method I'm going to use, so please follow the instructions carefully. So let's cook. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chef Din and today I'm going to show you how to cook a traditional chicken curry. Really nice dish this. I cook it every time I have guests and they love it. So first let's get our chicken ready. I'm going to use a whole chicken, but you can use chicken thighs or chicken breast, entirely up to you. Just use the same quantity of chicken I've shown in my recipe. So it's best to get all the ingredients you need ready first before you start, and that way you won't find it stressful. You can just cook at your own pace and enjoy cooking this dish. I always use a whole chicken on the bone because I find it gives it more flavor. You can buy these chickens. This is a roaster chicken, so this is a normal chicken. It's not a boiler chicken. Boiler chicken is the one which is more tough, but this one's a roaster chicken which you would use for roasting as well, and it's a softer meat. So the process is a little bit different when you cook this because it doesn't need a lot of time to cook. So this is how you would cut the chicken up into the right sizes and not waste any of the meat on the bone. I throw everything in because it's really nice and it gives the curry itself a nice flavor. Give that really a good wash and put aside. This is garlic and ginger paste, what we need. So that's half ginger, half garlic. Put in a little bit of water and some oil and blend it. Well, what this helps is it stops the garlic and ginger paste from going green. So you can freeze this as well, put it in a little ice cube container and freeze it, and when you need it you can use it from frozen. Put in the saucepan your bay leaves, your cardamon pods and your cinnamon first, and let them kind of fry with the garlic and ginger paste. I'm going to also put some whole black pepper as well because I do like the flavour of black pepper. If you follow this recipe from start to finish like I'm showing, you'll get the perfect chicken curry and really tasty as well, and your friends and family will love it. Put some fresh green chilies. I always use a few fresh green chilies and a little bit of less red chili because the fresh chili is better for your stomach than the red chili. So use fresh green chili if you can, and they keep really well in the fridge as well, so you can keep them up to I think about a month in the fridge if you store them wrapped in a kitchen towel and put in a container, and that keeps it nice and fresh. It's funny, I learnt this from YouTube because I always use fresh green chilies and sometimes had to freeze them, but now I don't freeze them at all. I just put them in a container, cover them with a kitchen towel, and they keep for about a month. But mine only lasts a couple of weeks anyway. I only buy small quantities at a time and use them up. So anyway, give that a good stir and let that all infuse into the oil first. Then once that's happened, then throw in your onions. Let them kind of sweat down a little bit, not too long. So this process probably has taken about five minutes so far, from start to finish. So turn it down a little. Don't burn your ingredients, because the last thing we want is the burnt smell in the saucepan, and that will affect your whole curry. So we don't want to burn any of the ingredients at this stage. I'm going to put in a little red pepper as well. Instead of throwing this one away, this one came from my garden, which we only had 2 peppers on the tree, so I thought I might as well use it up. So I put in a little red pepper, chop it up, some tomatoes. I've got all the ingredients you need for this dish in the description, so first get all your ingredients ready first before you start. Then you'll find cooking a joy and not a chore. Yeah, just scrape it from the bottom, don't let it stick to the bottom, because once it sticks to the bottom it will burn. So just keep it moving it around like so. Then put in your salt. That's probably about 2 teaspoons of salt I'm putting in. Give that a good stir. This is looking good. I have another recipe on my channel using a boiler chicken, which takes much longer to cook, but that has a lot more flavour, in-depth flavour. So this one is what you would buy normal chicken, roaster chicken they use, and it doesn't take too long. In the restaurants now they use all roaster chickens, they don't use boiler chickens anymore. When they used to cook using boiler chickens, they used to cook the boiler in with the gravy to give it the gravy more flavour, but they don't do that anymore. They just use breast of chicken now, or thighs of chicken in restaurants. So anyway, as you can see, the onions and the garlic, ginger and the tomatoes are all breaking down. What we want to do is create a little bit of sauce here before we add our chicken, because the chicken will only take like 30 minutes to cook. We don't really want to put the chicken in when the onions are still raw, otherwise you get bits of onions. We want a nice smooth sauce, so this is why you cook it this way first. What we're going to do, like at this stage, once it's got like this and near enough broken down, we're going to add some water and then let it simmer cook for a good 30 minutes to break the onions down even more. So put in a good cup of water here and turn it right down to low and let it cook out for about 30 minutes. And after about 30 minutes, that's fine. Now the sauce is near enough broken down. Now when we put our chicken in, what will happen, by stirring the chicken, the onions will break down even more, giving you a nice sauce. Right, this is looking really good now. The onions have broken down well, and we're about going to put our chicken in at this stage. So basically give it a good stir, make sure it's not stuck to the bottom or anything before we add our chicken. Right, add our chicken. Like I say, I'm adding chicken on the bone. At this stage you add your chicken you like. If it's just breast pieces you can add, or thigh pieces, entirely up to you. Or you can do what I do, is just add a whole chicken on the bone. I've given the size of the chicken in my description, so you can use the same quantity of chicken, whether it being just breast only or thigh meat or so on. Right, give that a good stir, and what we're going to do is just stew this for a good about 10-15 minutes. We're going to stew this for before we add our spices. So you just keep stirring it, as you can see. At this stage what we're doing is stirring and breaking down the onions to create a nice sauce, not too lumpy sauce. So every few minutes just give it a good stir, using the chicken to break down the onions. This is looking nice, the texture is good, and this is going to be a really nice curry. So we're going to add our spices in a little while, like now. The turmeric, coriander, and the cumin. I'm going to use Kashmiri red chili powder in this one. It's not too overpowering because I've had fresh green chilies. I don't need to add too much. A lot of the Kashmiri chili will give it a nice colour. I'm also adding some paprika as well. So it's only 5 spices I've added to this, and then just give that a good stir. And we're going to cook that in the oil and everything, kind of fry it. This is looking good, as you can see. Add some fresh coriander. And at this stage I'm going to add some potatoes. You can leave it as it is if you wish, and just have a chicken curry. You can add potatoes if you like at this stage to have chicken and potato curry. I'm just putting some methi here, fenugreek leaves, and basically just stir all that in. As you can see, the sauce is looking good now, and once you add your potatoes, then basically you add your water to it, and then bring it to the boil and turn it down and simmer for 20 minutes, 20-25 minutes, and then it's all done. So what we're going to do is add some potatoes, but as I say, you can leave the potatoes and just have yourself the chicken curry, or you can add carrots to this if you wish, or any other vegetable you like at this stage, so that you have a chicken and some kind of vegetable curry. So I've put some potatoes. We're going to just give that a good stir and incorporate the potatoes into the curry, and also help to break down the sauce as well. If we give it a good stir with the potatoes as well as the chicken now, it also helps to break down everything. So you get a nice smooth sauce basically, and then you get a nice curry as well. So this is the last stage before we add our water, which is important as well. We don't want to add too much water, or we don't want to add too less, because remember, when you add potatoes or any other vegetable, it also takes up the water content as well. So this is looking good. So what I've done is like really stirred it well and cooked the potatoes in with it as well for a little while before I'm going to add my water. So add water to get the right consistency you want, basically, not too much, not too less, otherwise you find yourself you have a dry curry. If you look carefully at the consistency here, this is what we need. So it's not too thick, but it's not too thin. So what will happen, the water will dry out a little bit. It'll take on the spices and everything, and give you a thicker sauce. So, and remember, we've got another 30 minutes now, or 25 minutes to cook the potatoes. So now bring it to the boil and turn it down really low, put a lid on it, and then forget about it for about 25 minutes. And that's my chicken curry. I hope you enjoy this chicken curry, and please share with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit the notification button. Then when I release more recipes with the videos for you to follow, you'll be notified. So I hope you enjoy this dish. And before I go, I just wanted to show you how to remove the oil. Just lift it up a little bit and take out oil. So as you can see, I started off with a cup of oil cooking this curry, and I've taken probably half a cup out. So it's given the curry the texture, but not all the oil. So there you go, my chicken curry.